It's Live with Kelly and Ryan. Today, from Better Call Saul and the new film The Post, Bob Odenkirk, and film and television actress Miranda Cosgrove. Plus, Live's Holiday Hits Week continues with a performance from James Arthur. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
There you are. Good morning.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Thursday, December 7th, 2017. Welcome to the show.
I just saw Baby Daddy. Is that what you call him?
Baby
Daddy backstage.
Yeah, I guess he just landed.
The women are fainting.
Yes.
Women are passing out in the front row.
I guess he just landed and came straight to work.
Oh, he looks fresh. He looks like he...
Fresh as a daisy,
He doesn't look like he's been up all night on a plane.
He said that he wasn't up all night. He said he had 6 glasses of wine and passed right out.
and no puff in the face.
No puff.
This guy, he's unpuffable.
It's unfair. It's unfair. He doesn't
puff.
He doesn't puff. He never
doesn't
gets bloated.
sweat, doesn't stink.
Nope. He's like you.
Just the manly version.
She says as her false eyelashes start falling off.
So, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Well, I'm great. I just, people out on the West Coast are really going through it with these fires in Southern California.
By the way, I meant to text you last night, and I got busy with the kids, and I forgot. Are you, I'm thinking about you. Where are you in relation? Because people on the East Coast, or at least myself, I don't really understand the geography of California that well. To me, it seems like it's in a very residential area where these fires are burning.
Some of the fires are in a very densely populated area.
Right, that's scary.
I think, and I was talking about this yesterday with some of my friends. When you get a home or live in places outside of the city with a lot of space, a lot of hills, there is the potential for these fires, and you kind of know that going in. What's been surprising, I think, to a lot of people, the fire has jumped into a very densely populated part of Los Angeles, that 405 freeway coming over the Sepulveda Pass where the Getty Museum is.
Those videos are amazing.
It's incredible. I mean, you really don't believe that it is real. And for people who have ever visited, that's one of the most, one of the busiest interstates and freeways in the nation or the world. So to see that was really remarkable. But
it looks like one of those post-apocalyptic films, really. I don't know if you saw the video, and I'm not entirely sure who shot it because
someone driving, I think, over this.
There's been so many, like it's gone viral, this video. But you cannot believe what you're looking. At first, I thought it was a trailer for a movie. I did not, because
like CGI.
I was just sort of like not really. I was just scrolling, and then it kept popping up, and I clicked on one, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
Well, I'm fine, and a lot of people I know are okay. Then there are others that are really devastated by this. This is an email I got last night from a coworker of mine who works with me in Los Angeles, and his daughter is in gymnastics. And this email went out to all the parents last night. I'm just going to read part of it to you. It says, it's with heavy hearts that we just learned that the Ventura fire has destroyed the home of Kylie Vanentorp. If you haven't had the pleasure of meeting Kylie or her family, they're amazing. Kylie's 15, a level 9 gymnast who's been with the Monarchs for over 6 years. Her mom and dad, Kathy and Dorn, are absolutely devastated and in shock. Thankfully, they're safe. They went to gymnastics. They got home at 9:45, and the whole place was gone. Everything. Clothes, memories, pictures, they were away. It's happening that fast. It's eating these places up that fast.
That's what's so scary about wildfires. I mean, when and especially, I guess, and this is again a West Coast thing, those Santa Ana winds are so powerful that fire, it feeds the fire, and the fire can turn on a dime and just change directions and pivot and wipe out whole communities of people. And you just think how terrifying it is for those families and the people that have lost everything. The memories are, it's excruciating to think about losing the memories, but the loss of life is the thing that you really, you know, if you can escape with your life, then you can rebuild your life.
I've been talking to some of the firefighters this week, and you know, they were saying the message when we were broadcasting on the radio in Los Angeles is that when they show up and say evacuate, evacuate now. Get out now.
They don't mean
they don't mean soon. They mean now. So that, I mean, it's like warfare when you look at how they're battling these lines, and like you said, the shift of winds. But an article talking about how rough it's been in the state with the fires in Northern California. Remember the Napa Valley area, now Southern California. They say that we started the year with rainfall and wetness in the winter, which caused growth and vegetation, which looked beautiful and great. Then it got dry, and that's now flammable.
That's right.
Causing all these awful fires combined with the wind.
That's right.
So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So thinking about everybody, especially those who are out there fighting those too.
Yeah. I mean, it just you can't say it enough, but really, we're praying for you all so much. It can't be understated. Thinking about, like, if you had to
To save something?
No, if you had to,
something?
like, get out, like, if the fire department knocked on your door and said, you have 3 minutes to evacuate.
What would you grab?
What would you grab?
It's funny, I was thinking about that as well. And I mean, I guess you grab your passport, you grab, I don't know, maybe a picture
Oh my God,
or
that's
two?
like the last thing I thought of. I was like, oh, the passport, good idea.
If you do photos, Patty.
I was like, the kids, the dog. Grab the kids.
I live alone. I'm party of one.
Clean underpants.
I would have been there alone, I'm sure. Clean underpants. No, Patty Rodriguez, a friend of mine, she had her house burned down in something else, and fortunately, she had not all, but some memories in this one box, just in case an earthquake, anything happened.
It's something
and she
smart
had a
to think
memory
about.
box.
You should have a disaster box of
like
things
a memory
that matter
box,
to you. You know, like your passport or your marriage certificate or whatever. Your kids.
Put them all in the container.
Keep them in that locked box.
Yeah, when it's time, grab them.
Right. Oh gosh, I just and fire I swear it's my biggest fear. I'm terrified of fire. I'm almost paralyzed by it. Like, it scares me to death.
Well, what's so remarkable is it can be the most beautiful thing, and it can be the most ferocious element as well when you look at what is happening in Southern California.
Well,
so
we are seeing
thinking
the worst
about
of it for
everybody,
sure,
especially you, Kylie, and your family too.
Yeah. In other news, I don't know if you heard this, but the University of Idaho planted all of these, like, gorgeous trees, like Christmas trees, like as a part of a preservation project, and people were just chopping them down, I guess, and stealing them for their Christmas tree. So they've sprayed them with a spray to deter thefts, and it is like a skunk spray. It smells like a skunk.
Yeah.
And I'm reminded of a time that when one year when we used to, like, chop down our own tree, I'm reminded of the time, and we talked about it on the air for, like, every day for a week. We got an actual skunk tree. We got, well, I don't know if it's a skunk.
A skunk
or a cat.
Something
had made its life urinating there.
Yes.
And we brought it into our house. And long story short, we moved. No, I'm just kidding. But it was really, it was like, once you bring a tree into your house that an animal has chosen to mark its territory on,
it changes the holiday.
Yeah, you want to go. You want to go to an artificial tree.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go, maybe we should just get one of those fiber optic trees.
And this in your home where your husband is such a freak about just a needle falling on the floor, let alone
forget
skunk urine stains.
Skunk urine. He was
but if they're spraying these trees in this farm and thieves are taking them and they get the smell, great. But if they are going to sell any of those trees, then the buyers have that smell, and now that's a problem.
I think what they're doing is it is like a smell that is so pungent, it is deterring the theft of these trees.
But what if they aren't stolen, and then I go and I buy that tree?
No, these aren't. These are just part of a conservation project.
Oh God, okay.
Yeah.
These aren't across the street.
No, these weren't like
it's a white van. Okay.
I thought these were
landscaping Christmas trees.
Right.
I thought maybe the guy across the street had some of these trees.
No,
he's selling them for $175. I still am not over that.
No. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I forgot to go over there yesterday. I wanted to get to the bottom of it.
I went over there in my TV uniform, and I just was checking on the price of the tree yesterday, and I saw the guy. I said this yesterday. I saw the guy, and I said, how much are the trees? He looks up, and he goes, $175.
He was wearing a suit.
Crazy.
You looked prosperous.
They were borrowed clothes.
I understand that, but he doesn't know that. He looks at you, you look rich, and you're like, how much for a tree? And he's like...
I think we go over there and get one for $35 later, just the two of us.
Yeah, I mean, once I wash my makeup off, I bet you he'll pay me to take a tree.
There it is. Same number of trees still there. We just want a small one.
Yeah.
I don't even need a big tree, just a little one.
He'll be like, ma'am, if you stop loitering, I will give you this tree.
It's free.
Yeah.
We got those flu shots of vaccination not too long ago, and
Yes.
I saw this in the paper. I was a little skeptical about the shot going into it because I thought, well, I hear the tall tales of people getting sick when they get the shot.
That's a big thing. People say that the flu shot gives you the flu. I have not had that experience, but I hear that a lot. People are very, especially thanks to social media, people really weigh in their opinions on the flu shot.
Well, that was just my excuse because I was afraid of the needle, but we got the flu shots, and now I see that of all the years, this may be the least effective shot of the flu seasons in recent years. I know.
Dr. Hippolyter said the exact opposite thing on the air.
He didn't know this information.
Coming out, there's some different strains, but it still is going to cover a lot of the strains, but it may not.
It may not. So of all the years we get it,
well,
it may not
still
cover
they're
as
saying
many.
It's great to get.
It's great to get,
yeah,
fine.
Still
but I said, well, how do you know? How do they know this? Well, because they test it in the Southern Hemisphere when the seasons are opposite, and they see the strains, and they try and predict the strains that are coming here, and we made a prediction that wasn't as accurate as years past, it says in this article.
Hey, I just want to say something that I think for 4 years in a row, we've said that same article here. I could almost write it. If I wasn't such an optimist, I would write the article. Because every year it's like, oh, we missed the mark this year. I still believe in the flu vaccine because I got the flu. I told you I got the flu about 10 years ago. The actual influenza.
The real flu.
The real influenza.
I think every cough is a flu.
And I couldn't move for 7 days, and this is how I spoke to ask for help. Like, that's the flu. That's when you have the flu, when you go, and that's all you can, that's all of your energy just to get that out. That's it.
So I think men, when we have just a sore throat or a sore back, we act like that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no, I can't. I need help. Please save me.
Listen, our holiday party's coming up. Okay?
I mean,
our holiday party, I don't want to brag.
this is my first time at this holiday party, and even on the way over, on the corner, someone who doesn't work for this staff, who works in the building, says, you know, everybody's talking about that.
Yeah, no. We are the stuff of legends. We're not amateurs.
Can you give me some insight?
Well, I want to give you this article that Gelman passed to me today because he's like,
is it a memo? Is it a memo?
It's not a memo. It's an article. But it's just, he's like bah humbug, you know what I mean? So this is what he says. This is what happens at parties that you this is what not to do. This is what you should be wary of doing in front of your work colleagues.
Okay.
We, on the other hand, do all of these things at the same time, okay? Number one, do not get very drunk.
Yes, all right, yeah, smart. At the office party.
Hashtag fake news, we show up drunk. Number two, and my hand to God, I've heard these. I have heard this at this party. Do not ask for a pay raise. I've heard people ask for pay raises. And I'm like,
That all is from being drunk.
yes. Number three, invite friends where there's a free bar. I don't think that's such a bad thing. If there's a free bar, what's the skin off your nose? Who cares? Who cares? Don't make sexual advances to a colleague.
When drunk.
Gelman, I keep telling you that. You don't listen.
Leave me alone, Kelly, please.
Do not turn up early or leave early. I don't know. I think come and leave when you want, right? I mean, it's your time. What is there? Like, what are we, the time police? Don't gossip or badmouth colleagues.
Oh,
No problem.
fat
We
chance.
do that right to each other's faces. We're like face to face.
We don't need booze in a party for that.
We do that all week. This is the one night a year we don't do that. This is my favorite. They say, don't fight. Now listen, a lot of us here last year, you didn't witness this, but a lot of us here witnessed.
Was there a throwdown?
There was a mild dust-off. It was more of a fall down.
A trip.
But it was two people that fell down on top of each other and then rolled across the dance floor for, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, that violates 5 or 6 of those items right there.
There were so many violations. I'm afraid to talk about it because we're like, you know, there's a corporation here. So, but this was like our own party, so people were definitely freer. But it was one of the great potential lawsuits of all time.
Well, I can't wait. They told me we're gonna get to the show. They told me that Kelly gets there right at the second at the beginning.
I greet everybody.
And you extend our rental for 2 hours post when we have the space.
Well, because nobody's ready to go.
We're in overtime, yeah.
Is anybody really ready to go when the
No, it just gets going when we have to leave.
Exactly.
Thank you. All right, so that's coming up. We'll have stories to report, we hope.
Okay. On today's show from Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk is here.
This young lady, so cool, so talented. She's here. Miranda Cosgrove coming up.
And Holiday Hits Week continues with a performance by James Arthur.
It's time for morning wake-up travel trivia. Here we go. Oh, look. Look at the colors. There is, that's Alice Stroh from Dallas, Texas with the pop.
I don't want to say anything. I'm very excited with our holiday-themed confetti, but these are some micro wands that we have here. These are half the size of our regular wands. Can we, I mean, you're getting there, Gelman.
He's getting there, but the change of color cost as much as getting, so he had to balance.
We downsized.
I mean, I literally blew my wand in one stroke.
Hey, read your rules over there, Ripper. Read your rules.
Let me go back to the rules,
All right. We're going to call... we're calling Diane from Dilworth, Minnesota. Dilworth. Have you been there?
No. Have you?
No, have not. Don't know where it is.
It's probably cold, right?
I'm guessing. Let's see if Diane is there. Waiting by the phone for us to call because she's such a fan. She's watching right now.
Maybe. Oh, she's
Central
sleeping.
Time. Well, then she should have the ringer on.
Showering.
Kelly's favorite part is if they don't answer.
I do. I like it. I like it. It gives me like weird. It gives me like weird satisfaction.
Okay, we're gonna call. She didn't answer. We're gonna call Amy from Sacramento, California, who's for sure not awake.
Is that near the fire?
It's not near these fires. But
the whole audience goes, no. All right, I'm sorry. I'm an East Coast.
When you
Amy, it's Kelly Ripa calling with how much?
$1 million.
All right, so no one answered. That means we go to the fishbowl.
It's a holiday miracle. No, I'm just kidding. I get upset when they don't answer.
Secretly, you do love
Yeah,
strange
I
things
do.
like that.
Okay, this somebody's gonna get what? A $500 appliance package from Cuisinart.
Okay.
How about that?
So check your numbers. Lucky number 21. Who's 21? 21. There she is. Bob Odenkirk, right after this.
Still ahead on Live, a performance by James Arthur, Miranda Cosgrove, and coming up next, Bob Odenkirk.
How are you? Well, thanks.
How are you doing?
I'm great. You're so nice.
They're nice. They are nice.
It's amazing.
Now, listen, the holidays are coming. Some people are here celebrating an early holiday. Do you stay home? Do you go on vacation?
We usually go to Hawaii.
Oh.
It's
wow.
so nice.
Yeah.
And we usually fly home on Christmas Day because it's like you got a private jet.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No
There's like
passengers.
20 people.
Nobody
and
flies on Christmas Day.
Not really. It's like maybe half full, and they give you extra peanuts, and it's great. It's really nice. You go right through security. But this year, because I'm doing so much stuff, we're going to just stay in LA, and I have this great couch that we bought years ago that I really want to just sit on for a couple days. And I have a record
like a
player.
We totally understand that mentality.
Yeah.
I'm like, what fabric is the couch?
Yeah, I'm dreaming. I'm not dreaming of Hawaii. I'm dreaming of sitting on this couch, putting a record on, and looking at my dog and just sitting there.
That sounds
gonna
like
be
a
great.
great staycation.
Yeah.
So you've got a son is he in college?
Yeah, he's at Oberlin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does he want to follow in your footsteps?
You know, it's crazy. My son, Nathan, is so funny, and we were at Christmas last year, and we had some actors over. My wife is a manager, and whenever people can't fly home, they can't afford it, young actors and actresses, they come over to our house for Christmas, and we were playing Balderdash, and the one actor asked my son, "What do you want to do, Nate? You know, what do you want to do for a career?" And Nate was like, "I think I might want to be a lawyer." And I went, And my friend Chris Witaski turns to me and he goes, What's wrong with that? Most parents would be happy. And I go, he's such a good improviser. And I meant it. I meant it.
But that's crazy.
That's nuts.
I mean,
what parent wants their kid to be a professional improviser? But Nate is so funny and good at it. And
well, you can do both. Can't you get the law degree?
Is he the kind of guy, if you tell him what you want him to do, he won't do it?
It'll never happen. I hope he doesn't see this, because then he'll never do. But I want him to act and write comedy. He's so good.
Wow.
And he's likable, and he's got a great presence. And
let him get his law degree. He could negotiate his own contract.
That's right.
Look at Judge Judy.
She did okay.
She did okay.
She did fine.
Right? And you're working on your memoir right now?
I am. I'm writing a book. I'm calling it Comedy, 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 Drama.
Oh, I like that.
I spent my whole life doing comedy and writing for Saturday Night Live and a show called Mr. Show and Tenacious D and helping out people like Tim and Eric and a lot of young comedy talent, which you may or may not know. That was my whole life until about 10 years ago when I got this fluke call from Vince Gilligan inviting me to be on Breaking Bad and play Saul Goodman.
Wow.
And so since then, I've gotten these wonderful dramatic acting roles, and that's been a whole new discovery.
I think it's great that you're trying to help people out get into it. We're going to take a break. Coming up, we'll find out why Bob thought he'd be fired, kicked out of his latest role. Be right back. So good.
That's a scene from The Post starring Bob Odenkirk, inspired by true events.
Yes.
And
it's a movie about the Pentagon Papers. In 1971, there was this report that the government kept secret from everyone about Vietnam, and these newspapers, all of them, but the New York Times in particular and the Washington Post went after it. And our story tells the story of the Washington Post's effort to get these papers, but really, I get to do this suspense story where I'm hunting the papers down, and it's about so many different things, this movie. And Meryl Streep plays Katharine Graham, the first woman to run a major newspaper and one of the major companies in America. And it's really, to a great extent, it's about her character owning her power. And it's just, Spielberg made this movie into a suspenseful, funny, exciting, rip-roaring tale, which that little scene that you saw there where he shot the reflection of my face off the metal plate, he was so happy and excited. It was like he comes up to me. Yeah. I have to make like 5 phone calls, and what could be more boring than a guy on the phone? And he's figuring out ways to shoot every phone call that are going to be involving and intriguing. So we get to that one, and he puts the camera down. He looks, he sees this metal plate. He goes, here, see if there's a reflection in there. And I have to hold my head just so I reflect into the camera. And afterwards, he comes and gets me. He goes, come here, see this, come see this.
So excited.
Yeah, he's so excited like a kid.
First shot. Yeah.
And he shows it to me, and we watch it. He goes, it's like a 70s movie. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're Steven Spielberg. Did you know that? You define 70s movies, and it was so fun. And the movie just plays. It's just fun
Spielberg,
to watch.
Hanks, Streep.
Yeah. Oh, and the
Power
cast that we have around us is Matthew Rhys and Carrie Coon and David Cross, my friend from Mr. Show. We're in a bunch of scenes together.
Why do you think you were going to be fired, though?
Oh, because it's just you know, it's been so many years since I had that horrible feeling of just any second I'm going to get a call. Yeah, you're not working out. You know, it's just another level, these guys. Spielberg and Streep and Hanks. Oh, yeah.
And now,
Odenkirk.
And now Odenkirk.
And now Odenkirk. The Post. It's in theaters December 22nd. Good to see you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy holidays. So happy to see you.
Well, we watched her grow up in front of our eyes. Please welcome the very talented Miranda Cosgrove. Okay again.
Nice to see you too.
How have you been?
I've been good. How are you guys?
Good. I understand you're studying film at USC.
I was studying film, and now I switched to psychology.
Oh.
That's actually so smart.
I keep switching it up. My dad did psychology at USC too.
Yeah.
But he owns a dry cleaning business, but he still says he uses it all the time.
Well,
So-
I'm saying, like, even if you want to make movies, say, you're going to have to deal with actors, and that would require, I think, a little bit of psychology, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And if they don't have one, they need one.
Right,
So.
exactly. You can talk to
true.
them during your breaks and everything.
How does your day work with school?
Well, I pretty much just focus on school when I'm at school, and then if I'm with Despicable Me, it was cool because it's voiceover, so that's easy. I could just go in on the weekends and other days.
But I would think about you growing up in show business. You've been doing double duty as a student and as an actress your entire life.
Yeah, I basically started doing homeschooling in 6th grade, and I've been doing kind of both at the same time since.
I don't think people realize how much work and focus.
When you're doing double duty.
Yeah, to do both. Yeah.
Have you been to football games, USC games?
I just went to my first game.
Nice.
It was
How was that? Great?
It was awesome. I went all out and like dressed up, and later we put like paint and stuff on it. We were like really getting into it.
It looks
really
so
fun.
nice. It looks really lovely. I'm not used to being from the East Coast, seeing a football game where people are wearing like tube tops. And
I know,
like,
it was actually so hot out. And it was
I think
really
we
fun.
went to one of those games years ago, and we had so much fun tailgating, we never made it into the game. I mean, you know, there's fun inside and outside.
Yeah, that's part of it,
It's all about the tailgate, apparently.
Right.
I've learned that from USC.
We saw a photo, a family photo of you where, I mean, did you see this?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You look identical to your mother. Like, look at
so
her
funny.
and look at her mom. You look so similar.
My friend's niece was looking at the picture, and she was like, "Oh, like you look pretty in that dress." She thought that I was my mom.
It took me a
I was
minute.
like, "No, I'm the baby." It was cute.
Do you have holiday plans?
I do. My family, I live in LA, and my whole family comes over, and my mom cooks. And for Thanksgiving, we just went to a restaurant, so we're gonna go all out on Christmas. And my mom.
I like
really
that you
go
went to a
for it.
restaurant, though. That's fun.
We were trying to give my mom a little like break. It was actually really fun.
Are people out? Is it crowded, or is it easy to get a table on Thanksgiving
No,
Day?
it was actually really crowded. It's kind of weird.
A lot of lazy people.
I
They don't
guess
want to
a lot of people do that. So. Yeah.
A lot of families on strike. We're not doing it this year. We're gonna
They're
go to a
saving it up for
restaurant.
Christmas.
So, and we saw your dog also.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
you
my dog,
posted.
yes. I have a dog named Penelope. She's 5.
She's so cute.
I love her. She's the love of my life.
Does she get lots of presents for Christmas?
So it's kind of like our new tradition because there aren't any really young kids in my family. My mom, she goes out and she buys 10 or like 15 gifts and she puts like wrapping paper and dog toys. And then she puts them under the tree and in the morning it's like all about my dog.
That's so cute.
It's actually cute. She opens the gifts up. Like she actually has more fun, I think, opening them.
Well,
because she can rip the tissue paper
That's
up.
with kids too. Yeah.
Does she ever not like a toy and want you to return it, or does she play with all the toys?
She's pretty much good with
She's good with all the toys?
Yeah, she doesn't mind.
She regifted a couple.
Yeah, just neighbor dogs. We'll be right back. We'll find out Miranda's secret to aging slowly. Check this out when we come back.
I love Despicable Me. It's so sweet.
It's so much fun. I love the Minions.
So Despicable Me 3 is out on Blu-ray and DVD now?
Yeah, it's out right now.
Oh, terrific.
So your character, like, you're getting older, but your character, the age difference is kind of defying science, math, and age.
Definitely. When I started the first Despicable Me, I was 14 and the character was 12.
Yeah.
And now I'm 24 and the character's 14. So
that's a great role.
How do you keep your voice young?
I don't know. I guess I'm lucky and it's kind of young sounding. I don't really do anything.
She'll be 35,
Yeah.
sweet 16 for the character
exactly.
Margot.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening in this movie with Margot?
Well, I got to do a bunch of scenes with Kristen Wiig in the movie, and that was really fun because Gru's character marries Kristen Wiig's character Lucy, and then my character's getting used to having a mom for the first time.
Aw. And so when you work with her, were you actually together or you were separate?
No, we weren't, but I'm just happy to have my voice even near Kristen Wiig.
But you guys do get to meet on the red carpet or something.
I have met her
eventually,
a couple
right?
Like when the movie premieres.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. You were great in the
You play
movie.
my mom. You play my mom.
Despicable Me 3 available on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Check it out. Miranda Cosgrove, nice to see you.
Hey, when we come back, James Arthur's going to perform for us. Hey, just a reminder here, don't forget, go to our website or Facebook page and vote for your favorite viewer choice moments. Do it today. As you can see, we have a computer here, which means we have computer skills.
Show us some videos.
Oh, yeah, let
Kelly.
me scroll. I'll show you. Look at that. Oh, look. Those are
Okay.
Look at me go. Did you see this computer prowess? It's incredible.
By the way, I have a whole new appreciation for when you type me a full sentence now.
I know.
How long it must take.
It takes hours. It takes hours just to say, hey, Rye, how are you feeling?
No G, just feeling.
Yeah, feeling.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Don Esposito from Coconut Creek, Florida said the Roach community in New York got wind of your conversation yesterday and sent you a little message. Proud for welcoming you to New York. Yeah.
That's a relative to the one that was on my toe in my bathroom last night.
Correct.
Okay, Patty Hollis in Noonan, Georgia. When we moved into our house, we stored our artificial Christmas tree in the shed. Christmas came around that year, and we pulled the tree out to decorate, only to find that rats had been using it as a potty. We ended up with a new tree. Not great.
That was the silent
That's not
scream.
great. Yeah,
Silent
not
scream. Madison Turner, for the people in California that have not been affected, but may, I suggest they pack all important things they want to be saved in rollaway luggage. I thought of this after losing everything in Hurricane Katrina. Yeah.
Again, thinking about everybody out there in Southern California. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow, it is
Madonna.
98 degrees.